Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line.
Mike 57. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And the Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, it's just half 35, half 35. It's just me and you. Check.
From the gun, it's Allen. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Allen. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Half 85, half 85. 31's the mic.
And again, it's Allen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
I'm going to run you over.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Silver.
Shit.
Allen now on first down. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal.
Even. 4 down. Even.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Green 18. 59.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Rodgers now on first down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
52's to Mike. Coming to you.
Watch the safety creep. Alert. Hey, home.
Hey, Haywood. Big edge.
Half 10.
Allen going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Watch the screen.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
52. 52's the Mike.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Alert!
Watch twist.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50, and he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking downfield for... This is caught inside the 15. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
No. 319.
Right here. 52. I'm coming.
Gun.
Watch the motion.
Jump out.
Mike 52. Hey, let's get
319.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Orleans Darkwa. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Strong right.
'Alert!
3 down.
57.
Hey, Foxtrot.
I'm on. 57's the mic. It's our time. Guys. It's our time. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Let's go, baby. We need turnover. Let's get that ball. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
I know he ain't got it.
Allen now looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Interception all day,
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike's 50.
Smooth.
Mike's 50.
Plant.
Okay, double up. Check 59, Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
58.
No chance.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Running the sweep, Hilton with it. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
You can't block me.
Yeah, Liz.
59's Mike. 59's Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
I got you, son. Mike's 50.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Get that quarterback.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Montez Sweat in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Stop.
Here's Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
18 yards. It's now
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Joker, 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 joker. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Kirk complete. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. Well, so much for the first down.
And they coulda, woulda, shoulda had a first down, but my English teacher's not going to be happy with this one. They didn't.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
52's the mic. All day.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Back north.
Mike's 5'9".
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 50.
Half.
Allen now to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
56.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Check. Fresno.
Hey, tight.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Allen to throw once more. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 30-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the run.
Check 52. Undercrush.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
3rd down and 4.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Double tight. Hey.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check 30. No. Check 10.
Now it's Rodgers.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Steps, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenny Young in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 55 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
That's how we do it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm trying to collect.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
26.
Mike's 50.
Here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 3rd and short, McKinnon.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Pushing through the contact. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham, 78 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gotta get the point. Get on the point right here. 12's mine. 12's mine. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Rodgers operating from the gun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Rodgers caught left side by Hilton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
Blue 58!
52's the mic.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Hey, check 26!
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jared Davis in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
So we got man.
Allen going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Keep playing hard.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Come on.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Brown, right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pick.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. McKinnon. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get 300. Get 300. 399.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Jump out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Go to 50.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
26.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He's going to look deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No,
right?
I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. In his own end zone, it's Allen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Shift.
On play action, Allen. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something? Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Jags grab it, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers, this linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Check, 59.
Rodgers now on first down. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Inside.
Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
No. 319.
52's the mic. You're trash. You're trash.
One final try now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Alert!
What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
And some space here. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Jags, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respect.